send my love over the mountains. I send my love over the sea. I send my love into the heavens, and it returns to me. I send my joy over the mountains. I send my joy over the sea. I send my joy into the heavens, and it returns to me. I send my power over the mountains. I send my power over the sea. I send my power into the heavens, and it returns to me. I send peace over the mountains. I send peace over the sea. I send peace into the heavens, and it returns to me. I send my passion over the mountains. I send my passion over the sea. I send my passion into the heavens, and it returns to me. I send my love over the mountains. I send my love over the seas. I send my love into the heavens, and it returns to me. And it returns to me. And it returns to me.
Good morning. Please join me in our opening treatment, which is our word for affirmative prayer. So we come together in this sacred and holy moment, recognizing, affirming, welcoming, aligning with the highest vibration of love. We know that love is spirit expressing. And we know that as we recognize spirit expressing as love, we align with that vibration, and that vibration becomes this dominant frequency of our entire being. As I speak this word, I speak it for each one here, that each one here in this very moment recognizes a higher, deeper frequency, vibration, energy of love itself, and remembering that it is from love that we come, from love that we express, from love that we are, for there is no separation between spirit and each one here. There is one mind, one heart of God, and we are beating with the very frequency of God's love. We are the frequency of God's love. And so we go forth today, connecting in that way, connecting with each one that is here today as part of this loving community at Center for Spiritual Living, Morristown. And we carry this vibration with us into the community of our families and friends, the greater community and the greatest community of humanity in the world. This is what we are here for. This is the reason that we are alive. To love, to be loved, to receive love, to give love, for it is all a divine circulation of Spirit's love. And so we breathe that in, we allow ourselves to feel that in every cell in our body, and we know in this moment that as this word is released into the law of mind action, it is returned full and fuller, higher and deeper in every instant. And for this, and so much more, knowing that their service is blessed by love and each one of us is blessed by love, we say, thank you, God, and so it is. So welcome again to Center for Spiritual Living Morristown, a vibrant community where love, joy, and inclusivity are at the heart of everything that we do. Here we honor the unique journey of every soul, offering a place of healing, growth, and celebration. Together we create an atmosphere of oneness and love where every person is seen, valued, and accepted just as they are. I'm Reverend Janice Valera. I'm the minister here at CSLM, and I thank you for joining us today, whether you are here in person, and it's so nice to see so many beautiful, vibrant faces in person, or if you're watching the live stream right now or checking us out at a later time, we're so happy that you are here with us. If this is your first time here, and I see some people, I get so excited when people find us and come. We love to welcome people. And if it is your first time, or if you've been here before and maybe haven't done so, we hope you've gotten a welcome packet. And there are new visitor forms that you can complete so we can make sure that you know about all our future events that are happening at the center. You're also invited as a first-time visitor, if you haven't yet, to choose a book from our bookshelf, which is our gift to you, so please help yourself and peruse that. And to everybody, just always a reminder that our main form of communication is our Constant Contact newsletter, which comes out every week on Thursdays. If you're not getting it for some reason, please sign up, fill your information in on the form, and I'll make sure you start receiving that. You can also visit our website, which is cslmorristown.org. I'm pleased to welcome back the beautiful team. I said to Rhonda today, the band is back together. The three of us are here. Kris Ferraro, our wonderful, powerful speaker, and Rhonda today, you have already heard, our beautiful musician. Here. So the CSL theme for 2026 is open at the top. Yeah, this is the first Sunday in June, so we have a new monthly theme, which is higher, deeper love. Kris's topic today, one of my favorites, as I said it in the preview, I could hear this every week, every day. The energy of enough, releasing the myth of not being there yet. Anybody else relate? All right, good. We're in for a treat today. So now we will begin the rest of our service with something we do every week, which we call our Namaste practice. And since it is the first Sunday of the month, I want to just spend a couple minutes talking about this monthly theme of higher, deeper love. So when you think of higher love, what do you think of? Higher love.
God's love.
God's love.
Divine love.
Divine love. Godly love. Right. So I want you to use whatever that means to you this month. Like, let's make an intention for the month, because we're going to say it every week, higher, deeper love. But let's start with an intention, because energy follows intention. How do you want to experience higher love this month? And also, something I never like to do, but I do all the time now, is really invoke my curiosity and ask a question. I didn't used to like it because, I'm so right brain, what's the one, right brain? Intellectual left brain, that I had to have an answer. But now I love to wait for the answer. So ask, how can I experience higher love in a higher way this month? Because what might come to you is, dream and pray, yes, please do that, but maybe there's something else in store for you. And just allow the answer to come to you this month. Ask every day, how can I experience higher love? How can I connect to higher love? How can I align to higher love this month? When you think of deeper,
What does that bring up for you? Deeper love. Committed.
Heartfelt.
Love that.
What?
Heartfelt.
Heartfelt?
Heartfelt.
Yeah, deeper. And you might all have intimate, yeah, deeper love. So again, how do I experience deeper love? How can I take higher love and experience it deeper? Ask the question, see if it shows up for you this month. And then allow yourself to integrate and align it a little bit more. Be aware. Okay? Let's practice that now, even in our Namaste greeting. Namaste means the divinity within me recognizes and honors the divinity in you. And when I am in that place in me, and you are in that place in you, there's only one of us. And so today, we'll still just say namaste. You don't have to say this, but think of the intention of when you are in that place of higher, deeper love. And I am in that place of higher, deeper love. So let's recognize the higher, deeper love that's in each one of us. Because when I think of deeper love, it's to feel the love in me, deep inside me. So let's stand up. I like to stand up and do this. Let's take a few moments. Namaste. Thank you. So we're going to take a moment to do something really special. So as many of you know, especially people who have been coming for a long time and are familiar with Science of Mind, which is our teaching, we have a curriculum of Science of Mind classes that people join and do for their own expansion of consciousness, and some people do it because they want to really get on the path toward maybe being a practitioner or even a minister. So Kris is a practitioner, Gail is a practitioner, and they have taken many courses over the years and committed much of their time, and they are licensed practitioners. So back in January, we celebrated the people that took our last Science of Mind class, who got certificates, and there was somebody who wasn't with us that day, but we celebrated her anyway. But this is a very special person we're going to celebrate today for even a bigger reason. So Valerie White not only took that class with the rest of us, she did it because she wanted to be part of it, but she has been taking Science of Mind classes online and has started her path to becoming a practitioner, and she's completed her first full year. So we are welcoming her as a practitioner intern at Center for Spiritual Life. And she will be available soon for Treatment Express. She's going to be part of our Sunday services. She'll be presiding. She'll be doing treatments. A little time, you know, really. We're letting her get her feet wet. And she'll do another year of Science of Mind classes on the practitioner path and be licensed in a year. But she is available for treatment before that. And she just isn't, you know, she's not accepting fees because she's not licensed, but she's still as good. It's still so. Do you have anything you want to say?
I mean, what an honor, and this is just such a special community. And I felt this when we started coming. It's only been about a year and a half that my family started coming here, and we just knew right away. So I got on that path immediately, and it's just really been wonderful. And I thank everybody here, the practitioners, Janice, the minister, and all of the congregants here. Thank you for making us feel so special, for being such a great community, and the teachings are wonderful. So it's just been a fantastic journey, and just so excited to continue and move forward. Thanks.
Congratulations. first to love. Fill your heart with love. Be about the love. Sing a song about love. Never doubt that love. Unconditional love is our shelter love. Now and always love. Before and after love. Love gives you courage. It heals your heart. It's the best thing. You can't go wrong with love, 'cause it's eternal and it has no end. Stand on up for four-dimensional love. It's our shelter love. Before and after love. Now and always love. Love, be encouraged. We will see you through. Be the first to love. Fill your heart with love. Be about the love. Sing a song about love. Never doubt that love. Inspirational love is our shelter love. Now and always love. Before and after love. Love, it gives you courage. It mends your heart. It's the best thing. You can't go wrong with love, 'cause it's eternal love. It has no end. Come on, stand on up for love. Full-dimensional love. It's our shelter. Now and always love. Before and after love. Love.
Thank you so much. Good morning, everyone. So happy to be back here with you. So, I would like to start with a question. Have you ever caught yourself thinking, I'll finally relax when, I'll finally feel worthy or complete when, I'll finally trust myself when, and the when could be different for each and every one of us. It could be when I lose weight, when I heal that relationship or create the relationship that I really want, when I make enough money, when I finally become the version of myself that I think I'm supposed to be. So many of us live in this subtle but persistent feeling of almost. Almost healed, almost enough, almost there. And the difficult thing about almost is that it creates a kind of spiritual horizon line. No matter how much progress we make, the mind keeps moving the finish line further and further away. Now know that this is an experience for all of us because it's the way the conscious mind works. Our conscious thinking mind is designed to focus on problems because it's part of our evolutionary survival mechanism. Because if you have a problem and you're not doing anything about it, well, then you might not continue to exist. So that part of us is designed to focus on what's wrong and what's not enough. And so it can show up as you heal one wound and immediately become aware of 3 more. I call this the plates at the buffet. You take one plate off, and the mind goes, oh, we're healing? Great, here's 3 more that you need to work on. So you can achieve something really meaningful in your life, and before you can even celebrate it, your mind is going, yeah, but what's going to be next? So many of us have become incredibly accomplished at striving, but we have not become very practiced at arriving. For some of us, we don't have a morning spiritual practice. We've created a part-time job. I say it, because I know it. So today I want to explore that the spiritual path is not about becoming worthy and remembering that your worthiness has never been absent. And wholeness is not something that we achieve. It is something that we uncover all the noise that's been telling us that we are incomplete. In new thought, we affirm and we know that there is a divine spark that lives within every person. And that spark isn't something that arrives someday, and it's not when you fix yourself, and it's not when you become enlightened. That spark is here and now. There is a line from Psalm 46. Be still and know that I am God. Notice it does not say strive and know, perfect yourself and know. It says be still. Because stillness interrupts the trance of insufficiency. And many of us are in a trance that we don't even realize that we are in. A trance that whispers, you're behind, you should be further along, other people have it all figured out. Yet Joel Goldsmith says, only in stillness can we hear the voice of God. There's a lot of noise in our modern life that disrupts that stillness. So come into stillness and remember that there is something within each and every one of us that has never been broken. I think about children. I've never seen a child say, I'll dance once I become worthy of dancing. Children just naturally embody enoughness until the world slowly teaches them conditions otherwise. And each and every one of us have been conditioned in that exact same way. Generationally, it may have a slightly different flavor, but we all get the same messaging over and over and over again. Spiritual teacher Tara Brach says, the trance of unworthiness is the great suffering of our culture. And I think that she's right. Because even high achievers, even really spiritual people often secretly carry the feeling of, I'm not quite there yet. And as someone who has worked for decades with very high achievers in my practice, I will say that that is often what is motivating the achievement. That even though on the outside, me and others could look at them and say, wow, you really have it all, underneath it is this almost pervasive feeling of keep going, you're a failure, you gotta keep going. Where exactly is there? And who told us we had to arrive somewhere other than here, in the now, in the only moment that we will ever have? I had a moment where I realized how deeply this conditioning lived in me. So I have written 3 books, and I've been very fortunate that each time a book has come out, I've had some kind of public events where I do a book signing or I'm interviewed, and there's always a Q&A portion, which is exciting and terrifying because you never know what people are going to ask. And there's always the standard questions. They'll ask about my creative process, which is different. As a neurodivergent person, it's different than what most people expect. So it's fun to be able to talk about that because I don't write in a linear format. And yet, with each book, someone has asked me, well, what are you going to write next? And I thought, but this book just came out 2 days ago. And so it happened with the first book, and then it happened with the second book. And then when it happened with the third book, and I had no plans to write anything else beyond that at that moment, I got really annoyed. Now, why should I be annoyed that someone who enjoys my writing enough that they want me to keep writing books is asking me that question? Because I recognize that in my annoyance there was something that lived within me. That I was completing things that were deeply meaningful, that were very hard to do. And instead of feeling fulfilled, instead of feeling like I had arrived, I was, after all, and am accomplishing my childhood dreams of being an author, my mind immediately leapt to, yeah, but what's the next thing? So suddenly I realized I had built an entire identity upon reaching, not receiving, not being, but reaching for something outside of myself. Now, there's nothing wrong with growth. One of the things I love about New Thought is that we are not complacent in our spiritual life. We don't just sort of sleepwalk through a Sunday service. We work the teaching. We take classes, we read books, we listen to podcasts, we learn all sorts of practices, even outside of the teaching, everything from yoga to Tai Chi, anything that gives us that state of expanded consciousness. So we're on a lifelong journey, and I think that this teaching does attract lifelong learners, which I knew I was going to be when I was a little kid. Learning things and using my mind was something that made me feel alive. And so life does evolve and consciousness unfolds and we do grow and we do change. But growth that comes from inspiration feels very different than growth that comes from inadequacy. And the energy behind our movements says a lot about what the fruits of our labor will be. One says, I am called. The other says, I am lacking. And energetically, those are two different frequencies. One expands life, the other contracts and exhausts it. So slow down and get still and listen when your soul whispers, you can stop fighting yourself now. What does it mean to embody enough-ness? It's not complacency. Doesn't mean we stop learning and healing and evolving. It means we stop using self-rejection as fuel and withholding love from ourselves until we become some idealized future version. It means we stop turning our lives into constant self-improvement projects. I am a self-help junkie. If you saw my 2 libraries of books, you'd be pretty shocked at what you would find. I get it. But something that's happened over the last 10 years or so is that I've settled into where I am now. And I can look to those resources and research and find them for my intellectual curiosity, and at the same time recognize that there's nothing missing right now. So I'm going to share with you the 3 pathways into enoughness. The first pathway is awareness. We need to notice when our mind is giving us messages that say we should be further along. They're going to be unique for each and every one of us. So we got to spend some time listening to our thoughts and becoming aware of them so we can recognize the dialogue, the jargon, the catchphrases that come up that are saying something about enoughness and you not being enough. Now, here's the crux. When you notice, you have to not go into beating up on yourself for beating up on yourself, because that just strengthens the energy of that. So you go into awareness, you notice, you catch yourself, and then you congratulate yourself. Oh, there I am. Isn't that interesting? I'm doing that again. So proud of myself. I caught myself in the act of doing that. That's a very different frequency. Awareness interrupts unconscious patterns. We have to take what is in the darkness and bring it into the light of awareness. We have to know that it's there and operating. Next, we go into gentle inquiry. You can ask yourself questions. What if nothing is wrong with me right now? What if? I like the what if. It's not a big burden. It's just maybe, possibly, right? What could this moment feel like if I wasn't trying to prove myself? Again, it opens up to new possibility. What if my worth is not on trial today? And the big what if? What if I am loved exactly as I am right now? Because the truth is, you are loved exactly as you are right now. And then next, you're going to go from the head and inquiry into the body and do some gentle practices. The body stores striving. The major places are the jaw, the throat, the shoulders, the chest, and the belly. If you don't know where it is, check those 5 places. You might find something there. So close your eyes and move into the body and do a scan and feel where that constriction and tightness is. And then place a hand on the heart and breathe into that constriction. And say, I let go of what I am trying to earn right now. Surrender it, give it over. And affirm, I do not have to prove my worth to be loved. So we're going to do a practice together. I call this returning to enough. So I invite you to get comfortable in your seat. And if you feel comfortable, place one hand on your heart and one on your belly. And if you haven't already, you can gently close your eyes. And we're going to start with taking a couple of nice deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. So breathing in, letting it go. Breathing in and letting it go. Now silently ask your subconscious mind, show me where I believe I'm not enough yet. Show me where I believe I'm not enough yet. And just allow that to come up without judgment. Just observing and noticing. And now move from that awareness into your body. Do you feel any tightness or constriction? Again, just observe. And now we're going to continue that same breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. But this time imagine breathing in to anywhere where you are feeling tightness. You don't have to force anything away. Let your body receive the possibility that you are never meant to earn your worth. And as you breathe in and let it go, your energy field knows exactly what to do here. So just let it. Bring some oxygen to that tightness. And trust that the process will continue to unfold. And now you can repeat after me, either silently or out loud, whatever feels more comfortable. I bless the part of me that has worked so hard to become enough. Let's do that one more time. I bless the part of me that has worked so hard to become enough. And today, I release the burden of proving my value. Today, I release the burden of proving my value. I let myself belong here. I let myself belong here. And I remember that the divine presence within me has always been whole. And I remember that the divine presence within me has always been whole. And now together we're going to let go of making this happen for ourselves, and we're going to invite in the light of God to do the heavy lifting. So if you can, I would encourage you to speak the next part out loud. I place my worth into the light of God. I place my enough-ness into the light of God. I place my self-esteem into the light of God. And tune in and feel what that feels like, to let that go. We're going to take one more slow breath, breathing in.
Yes.
And as you exhale, imagine extending compassion to everyone in the room. Just send that compassion to each and every person in the room. Compassion is a healing force. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes. Ernest Holmes said, "You are a unique expression of the infinite life, and you are enough just as you are." So he's talking about our true nature. He also says, "There is no lack in divine mind, and therefore there can be no lack in my experience." See, the interesting thing is when we embody the enoughness in here, that enoughness gets reflected back to us wherever we go. So remember, We do not have to ever become worthy of our love. It is given unto us. It lives in us, as close as our heartbeat and as near as our breath. And when we embody the feeling of enoughness, we simply let go of those blockages of feeling the love that has always been there and will always be here for you in your own unique expression that can meet every need, that sees you in everything that you have ever thought or done, and sees only love, sees only good. It's such an incredible experience to walk lightly on this earth, to know that I am a vessel of love, and to be able then to extend that in a world that needs it so much. Practice the feeling state of wholeness, of having already arrived. Begin right there. And as you do, your actions, your divine actions, your sacred actions that you're taking to become more of who you are, come from that place of enoughness. Your efforts will be much more well received. They'll accomplish more than what you thought was possible because they're coming from the intention of already knowing who you are. You are enough. Each and every one of you, a gift to this world. So let's begin there together. And so it is. So it is.
And it is so. I am whole. This I know. I am whole. Yes, I'm whole. This I know. I am safe and I am whole. I am worthy and complete. When I open up my eyes and let Spirit guide my
amazing? And she wrote that. That's an original. Now it's time to celebrate our abundance, and I really think of this as a time to practice the law of circulation. Because it goes so well with what Kris was saying, because sometimes we think, well, I can't give until I have enough to give. When we know the spiritual truth is that as we give, we receive. And so very often when we are holding back, giving, whether it's our money, our resources, our time, or our love, we are really stopping that flow. How do we open the flow? We give. We give. And so we appreciate how giving this community is with their resources and time and love. And I always encourage you to, really feel into that. And if there's any way to even stretch that and give a little more, you're opening the valve to receive a little more. So let's think of that as we give today. I'm going to pass this around, and there's envelopes, and you're so welcome to give your actual currency or your energy currency. Many of you give, you use auto giving, you give on the website, on PayPal. There are QR codes in the back that allow you to give Venmo or PayPal. There's envelopes and information on the left-hand side about different ways to give or to set up auto giving. And we do appreciate all the abundance that we are so blessed with. So please repeat after me our offering blessing. Divine love consecrates my gift.
Divine love consecrates my gift.
It goes forth to heal, prosper, and bless. It returns to me multiplied abundantly.
It returns to me multiplied abundantly.
As I share my good,
As I share my good,
I accept my greater good,
I accept my greater good.
and so it
And
is.
so it is.
Time for our announcements, all the wonderful things that are happening here, and there's one wonderful thing that isn't happening today. We are not having social hour today because we have been visited by a tribe of ants. I heard Bashi said something like spiritual ants. They're looking for more spirituality, but in my treatments, I'm inviting them to find it outside, in nature. And we just want to try to take care of the problem and not have food out or anything for at least a week. We're hoping by next week, but we will let you know. But I want to take a moment to thank, I know Kathy and Jean have been kind of working in there on it, but Christy, who is the queen of our social hour room, has been devotedly dealing with it. She was here yesterday working on it, and she's done everything that she can. And I know she's not here with us today, but she usually watches the recording, so let's give her a shout out. And I know it's gonna all work. So, you're invited. We always do Treatment Express after. Gail, you're available today, and Kris, and they'll be up front doing Treatment Express afterwards. But you're welcome to stay in here and converse. We don't, we look to at least have time to be social. So, or if you want to, go out and eat or whatever. But you're welcome to stick around even outside for a little while today. Okay. We have a new marketing action for June, because it's June, and it's to share with a friend or many friends something about our center. And this is kind of an energetic marketing action. Share something about our center with a friend or friends, and even add individually why or how CSLM has made a difference in your life. I'm taking it upon myself to reach out to people who used to come here, like even people that are still my friends. They're in my life, so it's not too much of a stretch. But I'm inviting them back, like, check us out again and come back. Like some people who haven't even been here, since we have the new digs. And so that's, and some of you maybe know people like that too, and just say, come on home, come back. We'll see if they come. I think they will. Also, we're going to be, the marketing team is planning at some point, along with the social committee, to have a Bring a Friend Sunday kind of event. And so they're thinking up ways to make that a little bit special. So that'll be coming. And the marketing team also loves ideas for special events from the community. So if you have an idea, please speak to Sal, who's here, and Lynn Forrest, who's over there. Okay? And thank you for all that you're doing. And thank you for, was it Brookfest or Brookstock?
Brookstock.
Well, I know, I think it used to be Brookfest. I don't know, but it's Brookstock. But thanks for everything you did. We love that you can see the rocks inside that people colored. And there's lots of books that we collected to give out. And they tried. It was an attempt. But now they're available for everyone. So please check that out. These are for new people, but those are for you. If you feel like making a love offering, fine. But otherwise, just take a book, and they'll be here for the month of June, and then we're going to be donating them to Habitat for Humanity or someplace. Okay. Next week, we have a service project, thanks to Valerie and Eileen. It's a fun, creative service project for an organization called Color a Smile. They are a nonprofit organization that distributes cheerful drawings to nursing homes, hospitals, Meals on Wheels, or troops overseas, and anyone in need of a smile. They mail thousands of new drawings a month, so they need thousands of drawings in order to mail them. So we're going to be coloring next week. So if there's a social hour, it'll be after that. If there's not, it'll be after service, and we'll figure out we'll figure out a place to have it. But that's the date, next Sunday. If you have any questions, Valerie's here, and thank you. It's a wonderful project.
It's easy. What a nice idea, right? And the drawings, we just print them out from the organization, so we literally just color. You don't have to be an artist.
And you'll have things for people to color, and somebody will show up. Okay, the women's gathering, the next one is a high tea dinner, because it's actually having at 3:30 to 5:30. It was going to be next Saturday, but because of that situation in the social hour room, it's going to be the following Saturday, June 20th. Okay, I hope that, sorry for any inconvenience, but we want to make sure it's all okay in there. There is a sign-up sheet in there to sign up that you're coming and what you would like to bring. We are going to have a barbecue right outside here on Sunday, June 28th. Yeah, get ready. June 28th, we're celebrating 1 year in our new space. So we're going to be firing up a couple of grills. We're going to have tables. It's going to be all set up, happening directly after service at 12. Until 1:45, the Leadership Council is providing food. So just show up and enjoy it. And we need to finish by 1:45 because we're having a concert. Ed is coming back. He was here last year. Mark will be with him. And somebody from the band that was here, Mark did the jazz thing. And so it's going to be a fabulous concert. Songs from the 50s, 60s, 70s, and beyond. And that's from 2 to 4, and it's inside. And some people are posting on Facebook that it's outside. It's not. It's inside. Barbecue's outside, concert's inside. And it is a suggested love offering. We like to use that money to fix up things outside and keep the building looking as great as it does.
And we'll have some shade outside. We're going to have some tent pop-ups. So
thank you. Yeah, absolutely. Jean is still leading a Wednesday morning meditation from 9:30 to 10 on Zoom. Flyers in the back, you can take them. There's a QR code, gets you right into Zoom, and that's happening through June. Okay, I said the books. Oh, also, Fernando had fabulous bookmarks made. They're just amazing. They're amazing. So they're in the back on both sides. Take a bookmark, give them to friends, use it as a marketing thing. Get them out there. They're really fabulous. Thank you. Great.
Take a book with the bookmark.
Exactly. And there's still some Signs of Mind magazines back there. A couple. What's the date? Next week. Well, today they're just give what you can, but take one. All right. Thank you so much for being here, and I invite Kris. Thank you again, Kris.
So I begin this prayer as I begin every prayer with focusing on my breath. Breathing in love and exhaling fear. Bringing in support and letting go of any insufficiency. Letting go of that which is outside and turning within to the still small voice of spirit, of love, of universe, of God. That which goes by so many names. That power, that presence is a living presence, alive within me and within every area of my life and every circumstance that I encounter. And as that's true for me, it's true for each and every one of us. This is the primary relationship of our lives. And so as I make myself available to that indwelling presence, I am automatically brought to a place where I recognize how I have always been enough. That I am here on the planet on purpose and for a purpose. That every day I get to choose to be a vessel of love and light in a world that needs it. And so what I'm knowing on behalf of each and every one of us is that we are letting go of the striving, letting go of the working so hard, letting go of trying to get somewhere else, and instead becoming fully present in the here and now and the only moment that we could ever have. And that moment of now is good. It is good exactly as it is. We have so much. We are so much. And so what I know is that each and every one of us is recognizing that we are enough, good enough, beautiful enough, smart enough, sweet enough, prosperous enough. All of it is right here. And our enoughness just brings in more of it into our experience. As we allow divine love to flow through us, to flow through our bodies, minds, and spirits, there is a rebalancing, a recalibrating, a readjusting that is happening from the inside out. And none of us have to do anything about it, but simply allow it to be. And so we just allow it. We allow love to love us. We allow love to embody us. And we allow love to lead us forward into our greatest good. With enormous gratitude for this, for all of the gifts, for all of the blessings, for everything that we are. Thank you, thank you, thank you, love. Thank you, sweet spirit. And now I move into that place of surrender. I move into the great exhale. I move into relief that it is God and only God that's making this so. So together we surrender. Together we let go. And we let this word that has been spoken simply be so. And join with me by saying, and so it is. Amen.
Perfectly, everything's unfolding. You will see, just because you're open. Uncertainty will melt away, 'cause anything is possible. Now I pray affirmative to receive. Now I must give. That's the way I choose to live. From fear to faith, I release my belief in separation. I release my need to withdraw. I'm so grateful. God is the wholeness I am. uncertainty will melt away, 'cause anything is possible. Now I pray affirmative to receive, now I must give. That's the way I choose to live, from fear to faith. I release my belief in limitation. I release my need to worry. I'm so grateful. God is the freedom I am. Oh, perfectly. Everything's unfolding. You will see. Just because you're open, uncertainty will melt away, 'cause anything is possible. Anything is possible. Anything is possible.
Please join us next week. Lauren Carson will be speaking. Grayson Nierenberg will be our musician. Have a beautiful and blessed week. And thanks for being here.
Thank you.